The world's greatest Valentine. Chapter 7. SpongeBob put his cell phone away before turning to Patrick. I don't see it, SpongeBob, Patrick said in a high-pitched voice. Do you see it? 'Cause I don't see it.
Well, gee, Patrick, you know how sometimes you plan something special and things just don't work out?
SpongeBob said nervously. No, I don't, Patrick said, sweat starting to bead on his forehead. He wiped his brow and turned to SpongeBob. Holy mackerel! Is it hot up here or what? Before SpongeBob could answer the question, Patrick stood up in the Ferris wheel seat. The car shifted, nearly tossing SpongeBob out from beneath the safety restraint bar. Patrick ripped off his new white t-shirt and threw away the pieces. Gah! He screamed. Scared of falling, SpongeBob tried to wedge himself into the far corner of the Ferris wheel seat. Patrick began to jump up and down, chanting, Valentine! 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 From the base of the mighty Ferris wheel to the highest point where SpongeBob and Patrick were perched, the entire carnival ride began to squeak and moan. SpongeBob's body flapped like a flag in the breeze as he hung onto the safety bar.
Yeah!
He screamed. Patrick, stop! Patrick shook the Ferris wheel even harder. Valentine! 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 He chanted. Wait, Patrick, hold it! SpongeBob cried in sheer terror. He freed one of his hands and waved it at his rampaging pal. Here it is! I've got your Valentine present! Patrick froze and turned to look at SpongeBob. SpongeBob smiled, waggling his fingers. He tittered. Patrick sat down and the Ferris wheel stopped shaking. The starfish furrowed his brow and peered at SpongeBob's outstretched hand. What's that? He asked.
A handshake,
SpongeBob said in his best salesman-like pitch.
A friendly handshake.
One of Patrick's eyes twitched as he slumped in his seat. He took a deep breath and said in a calm voice, A handshake? That's the big gift? You got me a handshake? SpongeBob reached over and grabbed Patrick's hand and shook it vigorously.
Not just any ordinary old handshake, a friendly handshake. Happy Valentine's Day!
As if on cue, the Ferris wheel clanked and began to lower them to the ground. Patrick looked at his hand. He didn't say a word, even as his face deflated in disappointment. Patrick was not happy.
Come on,
SpongeBob said, trying to change the subject as he led Patrick down the boardwalk to the next attraction.
There's lots more stuff to see.
First, there was a visit to the Buddy Bounce, where SpongeBob happily bounced to and fro like a weightless astronaut on the moon. Patrick also bounced, but his gloomy expression didn't change. Next was the Wild Mollusk roller coaster. SpongeBob and Patrick sat in the front seat and raced around the tracks. SpongeBob screamed and waved, while Patrick stared at his hand and frowned. Finally, hoping the sights and sounds of the Tiki Funhouse would cheer Patrick up, SpongeBob led his friend into the Hall of Mirrors. SpongeBob giggled as the reflections twisted in comical ways, but Patrick wasn't paying any attention. SpongeBob sat down on a bench and sighed. How could he make things up to his disappointed pal? Stay tuned for Chapter 8 coming up soon.